For the past few years, I've been living what most people call the dream life. Traveling anywhere I want in the world, spending without looking at the prices, meeting incredible entrepreneurs, and even making the bold decision to move my entire life from Canada to Estonia. All funded by my 77K per month solo AI agency. But there's a hidden price to this lifestyle that I've never actually talked about publicly, and it's not really what you think. Today, I'm sharing the uncomfortable truth about what it really took to build this business, why I ultimately burned it to the ground, and what separates a glorified hustle from a real business asset. Let me rewind to where this actually really started, because it wasn't always like this. In 2021, I was completely broke. 27.6K in debt. I'd just broken my back in the army, and I lost my entire pilot career in one devastating moment. I was 24 years old, physically broken, financially ruined, and staring at rock bottom. Most people in that situation would play it safe, maybe get a regular job, slowly pay off debt, if ever. But hitting rock bottom gave me clarity. I decided to rebound and do something far bigger than I'd ever attempted. That's actually when I met two other entrepreneurs from Quebec, and we've developed Styler, which is an avatar builder in the blockchain using hundreds of different NFTs that basically people could combine together to create unique avatars. The project was incredibly successful until, you guessed it, the crypto market crashed and burned. Here's what that failure taught me, and that is crucial for what comes next. After Styler, I made a decision that changed everything. I wanted to see if I could build a business completely solo. No co-founders, no partner, just me as a single bottleneck. I wanted to prove that I could scale a business by myself while being the absolutely best service provider in the market. The question wasn't whether I could make money, it was how far I could push a sole business in terms of revenue and clients while maintaining a client. This was a personal challenge. The answer to that question shocked even me and led to the biggest learnings of my entrepreneurial journey. So I started Wingrow as a lead generation agency. Funny enough, the same type of business that would later become my biggest client base. Within a few months, we hit over 10K per month, but I was getting incredibly bored. Lead generation felt kind of like too narrow, too repetitive for what I wanted to build. During this phase, I was obsessed with systemizing everything. So I built automation after automation, trying to remove myself from every possible task. And that's when everything changed. I made the jump from being a lead generation agency to an operations and automation business. Within 1 month, I hit 20K per month. But that was just the beginning. As an operations and automation agency, I did everything. Small automation project, full system builds, fractional COO work, AI implementation, you name it, I've done it. I was learning from dozens of different agencies across multiple industries, and every project actually taught me something new about what businesses really needed. But here's the one type of project that was secretly generating most of my revenue. And when I figured out how to systemize it, everything exploded. The truth was, while the custom projects and fractional COO retainers were bringing some good money, my real revenue source was completely different. I had created a productized system, like my lead generation operating system, that I could sell for $5,000 each. Here's what made this insane though. I could install those systems in about 1 hour, because I had literally automated the automation. I was selling multiple units per week, and the referrals were just so strong that sales call became clients asking when they could get started and not if they wanted to buy. If you want to know more about how I automated the automations, I made a video called I built a 5K AI product and sold 250K worth, here's how, in which I explain how this is possible with no code. So if you're interested to know more, go watch this video. Coming back to the pivot to operations and automation that I did. This is when I started truly living the lifestyle that you see today. Spontaneous trips around the world, moving to Estonia for a couple of months on a whim, spending without budget constraints, and being able to help my family financially. I was working maybe 1 or 2 hours per day, if at all, taking sales call and doing system installations. The business was earning me 77K per month with 42 active clients. And I was the happiest I'd ever been professionally, or at least in the moment, it kind of felt like it. But here's the hidden price I've never talked about publicly. The reality behind those 1 to 2 hours per day was something that nearly broke me, and is the reason I ultimately burned a 77K per month business to the ground. The hidden secret that took me years to admit is getting to that point required an enormous sacrifice that most people never see. For years, and I actually mean years, I was working 14 to 16 hours days, every single day of the week. While everyone saw the end results, the travel, the lifestyle, the freedom, they actually didn't see the period where I had no weekends and no social life, no breaks. You know, I was kind of used to being the guy who would go to a friend's gathering, then tell them I have to leave at 9 p.m. when everyone started drinking because I have to keep on working. I was grinding in a way that was completely unsustainable, but I knew it was temporary. And if I could systemize everything correctly and have some nice momentum, everything would change. The patience and pivoting required was actually insane. Most people would have quit during those 16-hour days, but I had learned something crucial from hitting rock bottom. Sometimes you actually have to go through hell to build something extraordinary. And between you and me, I was kind of enjoying working this much. I've never truly considered what I was doing as like working, and that's the real secret. But even after reaching 77K per month, I discovered the most important lesson of my entire entrepreneurial journey. It wasn't actually a business. It was a glorified hustle with my name on it. Sure, it was generating serious revenue and funding an incredible lifestyle that most people would like. But it wasn't an asset that could take me to the next level that I actually desired. Everything depended on me, my relationships, my expertise, my time. If I disappear, the business disappears, and I don't leave anything behind. This realization, combined with some significant life events, led me to make the decisions to burn my entire 77K per month business to the ground. But this failure, which I simply consider as a learning, set up the most exciting phase of my entrepreneurial journey. Now, I'm actually rebuilding with my partner Ram, who's built a multi-million-dollar business by himself as well. We both understand the difference between a glorified hustle and a real business asset. And we're building WinGrow as an actual asset this time. We're combining everything I learned from a solo journey, the systems, the client understanding, the operational expertise, but building it in a way that can scale beyond any individual person. The goal is not just to hit 100K per month. It's building something that creates value independent of our daily involvement. The journey from broken to 77K per month taught me that taking bold risk and making unconventional move is what creates extraordinary results. But it also taught me the difference between revenue and real wealth. If you want to see exactly how we're applying these lessons to build WinGrow and to a real business asset, join my free community where I share our complete journey, the wins, the failures, and everything in between. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and comment down below. Next week, I'm breaking down the exact systems I built for 7 figures YouTube agencies and my own agencies. See you next week.